half of the fifth inning, Ernie Bonham will lead off for the Yankees. Second time that he has been the leadoff batter. He led off in the third. Bonham bats him right-handed. Bill Rizzuto on deck. Then will come Red Ralph. Cardinals still holding on to their 2-0 lead. Johnny Beasley into the windup. Throws. First pitch to Bonham is low outside for ball one. Cardinals young right-hander. Settled down nicely. Moving right along. Bonham ready. In comes the pitch. Bonham swings. He misses. Strike one. 1-1 the count. The Yankees have been pecking away at Beasley slightly, but Johnny's been bearing down, getting the boys out when he had to. Next pitch to Bonham. Fastball right through there for ball strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on the Yankee pitcher. Big Ernie stands far away from the plate, deep in the batter's box. Chokes his bat just about an inch or so. Beasley throws. Bonham takes the curve outside. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. Bill Rizzuto down one knee. He's on deck. Walker Cooper gets a sign to his battery mate. Beasley's ready. Here's his pitch. Fastball high. Ball 3. So we have a full count now on Bonham. 3-2. Cooper fired that ball back to Beasley. Goes down his haunches. Beasley looks around over the Cardinal bench. Now looks in for plate. Takes in a deep breath. Starts his windup. And the payoff pitch to Ernie Bonham is inside. Ball 4. And Bonham walks. That's the second pass given up by Beasley. Here's Bill Rizzuto stepping in. Bill walked in the first inning. Flied Stan Musial in third. In close at third, of course, is Whitey Karowski in position to watch the bunt. Beasley pitches. Rizzuto takes one low. Ball 1. Fastball. Under the knees. Jimmy Brown hollers something over from second base to Beasley. Cupping his meat hand and his glove hand over his mouth so that Beasley be sure to hear what he has to tell him. Whitey Karowski hollers something over to Johnny Hopp. Getting their defensive signals set properly. Red Ralph's on deck. Beasley taking his time right now. In no hurry. Steps on the rubber, takes a stretch. Bonham moves off first. In comes the pitch to Bill. Rizzuto swings. There's a drive out to left field for a base hit. Stan Musial getting in front of it, fields it on the roll, throws into third base. Bonham holds at second as Rizzuto lines a single to left. And that for Bill is his first hit of the series. Went hitless 4 times yesterday. Now it's Red Ralph stepping up. Yankees have men on first and second. Nobody out. And Howie Christ, Cardinal right-hander, is throwing in the St. Louis bullpen. And now Harry Gumbert gets up to limber up his right arm. Here's Ralph. He's had 1 for 2 with double in the third inning. Cardinals are in bunt formation. Stretched by Beasley the pitch. Ralph shortens up and takes the pitch. It's high outside for ball 1. Whitey Karowski, if possible, is going to try to anchor at third if the bunt can be fielded by Beasley. Maury Marion will go over to cover second. Brown will come over to cover first. And Hopp will come in from first base to take the bunt in his direction. Stretched by Beasley the pitch. Ralph swings and smacks one on the ground to Brown. Brown to Marion. Marion over to Hopp. It's a double play. Moving over to third on the twin killing was Ernie Bonham. Ralph with Bonham on second, Rizzuto on first, put into a double play. Brown to Marion to Hopp. That's the first double play of the 1942 World Series. So there are 2 outs. Cardinals have, for the time being, killed off the threat of a big inning. Ernie Bonham on third, 2 outs, and Roy Cullenbine the bat. Cullenbine struck out in the first inning, flied to Musial in the third. Switch hitter bats left-handed against right-handed pitching. Here's the pitch to Cullenbine. Roy swings and hits a fly ball out into short left field. Musial is under it, and he makes the catch for the out. And so for the Yankees in the first half of the fifth. No runs, 1 hit, no Cardinal errors, 1 man left on base. And the score at the end of 4 1/2 innings, 2-0 in favor of the St. Louis Cardinals. And now for the last 4.5 innings of this second game of the 1942 World Series. It's a real pleasure to be able to turn the microphone over to a voice you've always heard on these Gillette World Series broadcasts, Red Barber. Here's the old redhead now.
Thanks a great deal, Mel. Well, it's been quite a first half of this ball game. Young Johnny Beasley, a kid 21 years old, Asheville, Tennessee, has just been pitching with amazing success. He has been in trouble every single inning. The Yankees in the top of the fifth inning tried to put the crusher on him. That is, when they had the tying runs on at first and second and nobody out. A lot of times, ball clubs play that for a bunt, move the tying runs along. But the Yankees, knowing the strength of their prowess, had Rolfe hit away. The ball was hit sharply at Jimmy Brown, and thus came the first double play that Mel told you about. And just a few moments ago, we were all most warmly reminded of a great sports announcer who had been with us on all of the Gillette broadcasts and been on World Series broadcasts ever since broadcasting of them had begun. Bob Elson, and as you know, Bob is now a lieutenant in the Navy, and he's just wide regards to us all and hopes that it's a great series. And we are delighted to hear from Bob. Bonham, who was standing out on third base when the last out was made, out on the bases a while, took an opportunity to go back into the dugout. It cooled off a little bit. Now we're going to the last half of the fifth inning. He's just out on the mound. Slats Marion, nicknamed because of his build. He's very tall, like a string bean. Standing up there at the plate, first hitter. Hits eighth in the Cardinal batting order, and it's 2-0 in favor of the Cardinals, who jumped off in the first inning. Bonham pitches, a curve swung on. There's a high fly deep in the left center. There's Keller going over, DiMaggio going over. Keller out of the way, and DiMaggio takes it for the out. DiMaggio doesn't look like he's running very fast, but how he eats up the ground with those long strides. He's been all over the spacious area of center field here at Sportsman's Park today. So Marion, first up is out, swing on the first pitch. Center fielder put out, and here is a tremendous ovation going up for young Beasley, a rookie who wears 21, who won 21 games, and who is leading 2-0, and he's had to pitch every inning. Big Bonham, very businesslike, comes down, fastball swung on and missed. And Beasley, like a lot of these Cardinals, swings very hard. One of the reasons why the Cardinals can all run and why their pitchers are good hitters is that in the Cardinal system, when they look for young ball players, they look for the all-round athlete. Has a fastball outside, missing, ball one, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Beasley, right-hand hitter. Dickey going down to give the sign. Bonham, big towering right-hander, whose control is fabulous. Ready. The defense is straight away. The pitch over for a call second strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Waist high over the outside. 2-0 in favor of the Cardinals in the second game of the 1942 World Series. Here's a pitch. Swung on and is taken for call, strike 3. Beasley started to swing, then couldn't. Pitch was past him. Strike 3 called. And for Bonham, that's his second strikeout. And speaking of the twos, Bonham wears number 20, and this happens to be first base coach Mike Gonzalez's young son's second birthday. And the score is 2-0 in favor of the Cardinals. Here's Jimmy Brown, switch hitter. He hits two ways, batting left-handed. Takes pitch low inside, ball 1. 1-0, 2 men out. Last of the fifth inning. Bonham looks out towards center field a moment, making up his mind what he wants to do. Brown crouches, deep back of the plate. Takes high outside, and it is 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0. Bonham moves a little dirt. He wastes no time out on the mound. Very efficient worker. Pumps vigorously, kicks, throws, curve on the outside, and it is 3-0. He doesn't hesitate to use his curveball when he's behind. Neither does Beasley. 3-0 to Brown. 2 out. 3-0 pitch. In there. Taken. 3-1. Summers, a very stocky individual. He stands squarely back of the catcher. When he calls a strike, suddenly his right hand flashes out. 3-1 pitch. There's that right hand flashing. Called strike 2. In other words, if you don't look quickly, when Summers calls a strike, you don't see him call it. You can hear him. 3-2. Bonham comes back. Brown swings, beats it down towards second. Gordon up with it, throws to first, plenty of time, and that's all for Brown. And it's 0 across for the Cardinals. 1-2-3 in the last half of the fifth inning. At the end of 5 innings, it is 2-0, favor St. Louis. And that ends the 5th inning. Wall work focuses attention on zero tolerances and precision manufacture. It's interesting to note, therefore, that the Gillette Blue Blade is one of the finest examples of precision manufacture to be found anywhere. The edges of this blade are so keen, they can only be measured by a beam of light. It would take 100,000 of them laid together to equal an inch. Now we're going to the 6th inning. The Yankees have been held completely at bay by Beasley. Only 2 of their men have been permitted to reach third base, and on each time, the runner reaching third got there with 2 out. That happened in the 2nd inning, and it happened again in the top of the 5th. Beasley has so far been in command. However, on 2 different occasions, the Cardinals have had bullpen support being marshaled in back of him. In the 1st inning, when he began by walking Rizzuto, the first hitter, and then again there in the top of the 5th. DiMaggio, who had 3 hits yesterday, has gone 0 for 2 today, bouncing out in the 1st inning, third to first, and fouling out to the first baseman in the 4th. Redoubtable right-hand batter, first man up in the 6th inning. It's 2-0 favor the Cardinals. Beasley comes down, fastball swung on, hit down to short, half speed. Marion up, throws, it's close, and DiMaggio's out. And that's the 3rd bang-bang play that George Boss had at first base. He's had 3 close ones, and he has called them all without hesitation and with deliberate sureness. He hasn't hesitated at all. And right on top of them, called him and walked away. DiMaggio out on a close one, short to first. Marion, tall shortstop, came running in, picked up the ball, and in the same motion threw across his chest and over to first. Hop stretching out, brought it down. Here's Charlie Keller, singled his last at-bat. Takes a low inside curve down across the shins for ball 1. 1 out for the Yankees. Nobody on, top of the 6th inning. 2-0. Favor the at-home Cardinals. This is the 2nd game of the series. Here comes the rookie right-hander's pitch. It's a high outside curve ball. Let up on ball 2. 2-0. Art Fletcher's the third base coach for the Yankees. Back up first, Earl Coombs. Keller crowds the plate from behind. Left-hand hitter. Outfield deep, St. Louis. Round toward right. Beasley twist throws. Fastball over. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Keller grabbing that club down by the end. Beasley pitches 2-1. Charlie takes high inside, just up over the lettering. Ball 3, 3-1. 1 out. Nobody on. Beasley going for the rosin bag. The Cardinals got him 2 runs in the 1st inning, and he's protected them all the way. It's 2-0. And of course, with each pitch, the pressure is now piling up. The throw, swung on, fouled up and back. On top of the stands. 3-2. Keller in the 2nd inning, his first at-bat today. Fly ball to center fielder Terry Moore, who gave the fans a display of his soft hands. That's the technique he uses, catching a fly ball. And then Keller practically knocked Beasley down when he hammered a single right over him, 4th inning. 3-2 pitch, swung on. There's a high fly ball into short left center. Left fielder Musial, waiting. Has it. And it is 2 out. The suspense was on that one pretty much because Musial got to the spot where the ball came down, and he had to wait. That fly ball was really up there. Two up, 2 down, and the batter is Gordon. Gordon got the first Yankee hit, a double inside the left field line, 2nd inning, and then lined out to the third baseman in the 4th. Joe stands deep in the box, feet close together, his right-hand batter could. Steps up, takes low, and inside, ball 1. Ball's examined, plate umpire, Bill Summers, the American League staff, trying to be perfectly all right. Beasley's very sure of himself. Right-hander comes down, fastball swung on, missed. 1-1. Gordon took a ruffle. Beasley has all the confidence of his youthful strength, and he's that sort of an individual. He just believes when he takes the mound that he can do it. There's a throw, swung on, foul back. You know, it's a small world coming out to the ballpark today I happened to come out in the same cab which had just previously on his trip to the ballpark brought Beasley himself. And so, of course, the taxi driver was able to tell Mel and yours truly just the attitude of the young fellow, and the attitude was, he told the taxi cab driver, was he's going to win. Gordon swings, fouls it back, and it's still 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 out. Joe set. Outfield's deep, round toward left. Gordon had his greatest hitting year this past season. Cooper sets his mitt for a low target, pitches inside, and it is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Walker, that's Walker Cooper, the catcher, strolls out in front of the plate, hollers something to his young battery mate. Now comes back, goes down to give the sign. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Nobody on in the 6th. Beasley comes down, big curve, low inside. Ball 3. 3-2. Johnny walks around back of the mound for the moment. Rubs the fingers of his right hand across his blouse. Pumps again. Delivers. Call, strike 3, a curveball. Gordon turns around, but Summers walks away. Gordon protesting. He didn't like it, and this is the first time the Yankees did not get somebody on. That's the second strikeout for Beasley. 1, 2, 3 and out. And that ends the first half of the 6th inning. Up to now, I haven't really told you a thing about Gillette Lather shaving cream. And believe me, fellas, it makes shaving much faster and far more enjoyable. Gillette Lather contains 3 beneficial oils. In just a jiffy, you whip up billows of lather that holds abundant moisture, softens stubble in a hurry, and stays creamy on your face all the while you're shaving. Furthermore, fans, you pay no premium for this added luxury, the extra shaving speed and comfort you get when you prepare your beard with Gillette shaving cream. Ask your dealer for a tube, or try Gillette brushless, only 25 cents. The Cardinals come in with their captain and center fielder. First up, last of the 6th inning, Terry Moore, to be followed by Slaughter and then Mamusial. Terry Moore got the first Cardinal base hit with 2 men out in the 8th inning yesterday afternoon off roughing. That, of course, is well-known history. But this, I believe, you'll be interested in. When the Cardinals were taking batting practice, some fan drifted out of the stands, and before anyone detected his presence, he had picked up Terry Moore's favorite bat, the one that he used to get that base hit yesterday, and had drifted away with it. And Moore could not find it. Searched high and low. So he's using another bat. But what had become a priceless weapon, practically a museum piece, was gone. First pitch to Moore. Call strike. Bottom right in there. Sharp curveball. First man up, last to the 6th. Moore using a brand new bat. 0 for 2. There's the fly ball deep out into center. DiMaggio's under it and takes it for the out. And that's all for Terry. You have today, in this series, you have 2 of the greatest fielding center fielders in the business putting on their show. Same ballpark, inning after inning. DiMaggio, Terry Moore. They really can go get them. That's one of the big arguments in baseball, is which is the better. Here's Country Slaughter, the Cardinal right fielder. Takes a pitch high inside after half bluffing a bunt. Ball 1. 2-0. Favor St. Louis. A walk. Sacrificing fielder's choice. And then a double by Walker Cooper. Did the business in the first inning. Pitch swung on. There's a high fly ball going out into right. Cullen by and waiting for it. Waiting. And takes it about 3 steps inside the wall. And it is 2 up, 2 gone. For St. Louis, last of the 6th inning. You know, not a Cardinal who started the ball game yesterday had ever been in a World Series before, and not a Cardinal who started today has ever been in a World Series before. And so to add to that, I happened to run into old Jess Haynes this morning, and he said, you know, this series makes me feel sort of old. Wait, I'll tell you the rest of it. Here's the first pitch to Musial. Swings and misses. Big curveball. Because Jess said, you know, this is the first World Series the Cardinals have ever played in which I wasn't with them. As an active player. Have to figure it out. That's it. Musial sets. Swings, beats a sharp ground ball towards second. Gordon has it, throws to first. Plenty of time. That's all for Stan. Thrown out second to first. Nothing across then in the last half of the sixth inning. And at the end of 6 innings, the totals still stand as they were at the end of 5. For the Yankees, no runs, 5 hits and 1 error. And St. Louis, 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. And ladies and gentlemen, your serious attention just for a moment. In this war which is going on, which our men, our boys, the kid from just around the corner, which our men are scattered all over the world, there is a great need now, and the need undoubtedly will be greater for blood plasma. And that is primarily the work of you listening in cooperation with the American Red Cross in the building of blood banks to help sustain the lives of our men who are risking their lives everywhere. And for those of you in America, contact your local American Red Cross chapter and find out how you can best cooperate with them in the blood donor program. And for our Canadian listeners, we suggest you call your nearest Canadian government office. For the 7th inning, Bill Dickey, first up, singled his last at-bat, be followed by Hassett, and then by Bonham, unless MacArthur decides to go with a pinch hitter. He now has Donald and Brewer warming up in the Yankee bullpen, which would indicate that he certainly has the possibility of a pinch hitter in his mind. Dickey up, left-hand hitter. Right-hander Beasley throws, fastball outside and low. Ball 1. 1-0. The score stands 2-0 in favor of the Cardinals, who are trying to get even. No game tomorrow for travel, you know. Series resuming Saturday at the stadium, New York. Beasley kicks, throws. Dickey swings. There's a high pop fly down by first. There's Hop coming in. He's under it, waiting. Makes the catch just in fair ground. Third of the way in to home plate. That's all for Dickey. Popping up to the Cardinal first baseman. Beasley is ready to pitch to Buddy Hassett. Hassett is a hitter. Grounded out, second to first in the 2nd inning. And hit a line drive, which was caught in right field by Slaughter in the 4th. 0 for 2 today. Outfield straight away on Buddy. Beasley throws. Call strike. Under the shoulders over the outside. Hassett walks to the front of batter's box, gets a little dust. Now steps back in. Nothing in 1. 1 out. Nobody on. Beasley works, throws. There's a line drive hit out to left center. Musial goes over in front of it. Left fielder captures it for the out. And that's all for Hassett. 2 up and 2 down. And let's see. Will it be Bonham to bat for himself? We'll know in a moment. Yes, it will be. Here he comes. And Earl Coombs, the first base coach, waves to Brewer and Donald down in the Yankee bullpen to save yourselves, boys. Just sit down, take it easy. There's a round of applause for Ernie, who made a couple of mistakes in the 1st inning, which came home to haunt him, in that he walked the first batter he pitched to, and then on a sacrifice by the next, he threw to the wrong base. He's right-hand batter. Beasley pitches. Low. Ball 1. Then came the double, which was a real frozen rope, as Walker Cooper himself would describe his line drive, which he hit to right center. Got in those 2 men. Now that's all the scoring up to now. 2-0, St. Louis. 2 out for the Yankees. Nobody on here in the 7th inning. Bonham takes a fastball on. Beasley is pouring these pitches down. He's a strong fella. 6'1", around 200 pounds, powerful. Delivers. There's another strike call. 1-2. Outfield toward right, despite the fact that Bonham is a right-hand batter. They don't figure that he'll pull Beasley. Throw. Curveball swung on, tapped down foul. That pitch was a big curveball. It looked like it was going to be high inside until the last split second when it broke down over the plate. And Bonham, to protect himself, just sort of took a chop at it, tapped it down foul, thus preserved his batting life. Young Beasley ready, throws, curve swung on, hit down to short. Up with it's Marion, throw over to first, in time, and that's all for Bonham. Short to first. Nothing across then for the Yankees in the top of the 7th inning, and the thousands here at St. Louis in the packed park are standing now, as this out here is the home half of the 7th. The Yankees, the visitors, and going out to take the field. 2-0, St. Louis. As we go into the last half of the 7th, it is Walker Cooper who has been the offensive payoff man for St. Louis this afternoon, with 2 men out. And in the first inning, Jimmy Brown at second base and Terry Moore on at first. Walker Cooper hit his line drive double. He'll be followed by Hop and then by Kurowski. And Bonham just making his way out to the mound now. And he was very careful as he went across the first base foul line not to step on it. In fact, he broke step in order to step across it. Now he begins throwing down to the veteran Yankee receiver, Bill Dickey. So let's set the Yankee club afield defensively. Bonham pitching, Dickey catching. Infield, same as yesterday. Hassett is at first, Joe Gordon at second. Phil Rizzuto is at short, and at third, Red Rolfe. The outfield is Charlie Keller in left, Joe DiMaggio in center, and in right field, Roy Cullenbine. And here's Walker Cooper making his way now from the Cardinal dugout, which is on the third base side, on his way up to the plate. He has 1 for 2, and that was the double that got in the 2 Cardinal runs. First inning. Right-hand batter. He's a rangy 6-footer. Sets fairly well back in the box. Bonham works. Cooper swings. There's a high fly going into center. DiMaggio's waiting. And he takes it. And that's all for catcher Cooper. That for DiMaggio is his 6th putout so far this afternoon. And the World Series record for the most putouts in a World Series game for a center fielder is 8. One away, and Johnny Hop, who got the last base hit for the Cardinals when he singled to right field in the 4th inning. Takes a called strike, fastball over. In fact, Hop has the only hit for the Cardinals since the 1st inning when Walker Cooper doubled. St. Louis has just 2 hits. John takes another strike call, going over the outside. Bonham is fast. Turns his back on the batter for the moment. Looks out towards center field. Blows on his right hand. Now turns around, takes a sign from Dickey, then promptly starts rocking. Throws, curve swung on, and it is hit in the right field for a solid base hit for Hop. Makes his turn around first base and holds up. And Hop comes up with his 2nd straight safety. Single to right, and this is hit number 3 for the Cardinals. It is hit number 8 in the ball game. The Yankees have 5. Now Buddy Hassett comes in to hold first base. Hop leading off at that point, 1 man out. And George Kurowski, who is 0 for 2, steps in. That field is a step toward left. Throw to first, and Hop has to come back on his chest and reach for first base with his hand, but he gets back in time. Hassett returns. Bonham sets. Kurowski, right-hand batter, waiting. Bonham throws. Kurowski has to lean back. High inside. Ball 1. George is 0 for 2 this afternoon, and he went 0 for 3 yesterday. Bonham comes down in position, looks at first, delivers to the plate. Kurowski swings and goes around missing. 1-1. At this moment, Marvin Brewer gets up to start warming down the Yankee bullpen. For St. Louis, Ernie White now begins throwing too. Also, right-hander Harry Gumbert goes to work. Throw back to first. Not in time. Hop again, sliding back on his chest. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's the count. George Kurowski finishing up his rookie year. Bonham, another look at first. Throws to the plate. Kurowski swings, and there's a high fly ball going out toward the left field corner. It's coming down in foul ground. and finally into the stands. Charlie Keller was over. But, of course, they don't allow the outfielders to run it from the stands. So that's a long second strike. 1-2. One man out. Cardinals ahead, 2-0, and trying to start something cooking in the last of the 7. Bonham carefully down in the pitcher's position. Delivers. Borowski swings, and there's another foul. This one on top of the stands, behind third base and out of the park. 1-2. Brewer is throwing relatively easily, although he isn't fooling about it. Being warmed up by Coach Schulte. Bonham studies the runner at first. Johnny Harp, there he goes. And with a hit and run on, there's a drive going to the left field corner. Keller comes over, and he can't hold it. And the ball is fair for an extra base. Here's Harp coming around third. Here's Gorowski coming into third. Keller finally recovers, and Rizzuto relays it. That's a triple. With the hit and run on, Gorowski slapped a low, long line drive just inside the left field line toward the corner. Charlie Keller, cutting over, could not quite get down to grab it. And it's a 3-bagger. The ball went through all the way back to the left field wall. Gorowski made it to third base standing. And, of course, Hop scored. And it is 3-0 in favor of St. Louis. One man out. Gorowski at third base. Slats Marion is the hitter. And the Yankees, of course, have the infield drawn in tightly, hoping for a play at the plate. Outfield is straight away. Marion tripled, if you'll recall, in the 9th inning of yesterday's game. Swings on the first pitch, and there's a hot one at third, and Rolfe drives the runner back to third, throws to first in time. Marion is out. Gorowski is forced to hold on at third base. That ball was hit straight at the third baseman. It was hit sharply, but right at Rolfe. And the experienced third striker knew what to do with it. And here is Beasley stepping in. He's quite a fair-haired child out here, and we say that as a figure of speech, as he is quite a brunette. Infield is back. Outfield is practically straight away. Bonham throws. There's a swing and a miss for strike one. Beasley cutting it a low curveball. Borowski's on at third. Just got his first World Series safety. And he got it with a hit and run on. 3-bagger. Southworth feeling better about things, coaching back to third. Borowski takes a long run down off third. Beasley swings and misses. Going after a fastball. Strike two. When we say that the outfield is straight away, we mean that they are not pulled off normal either toward left field or toward right field. Bonham takes the sign, delivers. Beasley swings and misses. Strike three. And so that ends that threat. That's the third strikeout for Bonham. And it is 1 run, 2 hits. 3-0 St. Louis. And that ends the 7th inning. Maybe you've never noticed them, but every Gillette blue blade has marks resembling the Roman numerals 1 and 2 on the ends projecting beyond your razor. These enable you to distinguish between the edges and to give each equal use, thereby prolonging the life of the blade. In principle and results, this is like crisscrossing automobile tires, and it's mighty worthwhile, for you get several extra shaves from every blade. Here are the 7th inning totals. For the visiting Yankees, no runs, 5 hits, 1 error, half a dozen men left. And for the Cardinals, 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors, and just 3 men left.